Tell you what, it never rains. It pours. So before we get into this video, I just want to say thanks for all the likes and subscribers. It really pushes me on to do a bit more on this channel. I hope you're enjoying the content. Now, according to the analytics of YouTube, only 85% of people who watch this channel they're not subscribed. So if you're one of them, just hit that subscribe button for me, please. It's free, don't cost you anything. And also, I'm going to set a like count of 15 for this video. So last night I checked the subscriber count. We are now on 549. So I think we can get to easy 550 with this video. So it only takes one of you to subscribe. Make sure that's you. So press the button and we're looking at 15 likes. I know you can do it. Smash that like button and on with the video. So it's 9:30. I wasn't due to go to site until dinner, but as I say, not just the weather, it never rains, it pours. So last night I had a call off a customer who was a bit disgruntled, so I've been to see him this morning, and I mean, we've been out there, I bet you 4 times, and every time, I mean, we fitted a front door and a back door for him, and it's drilled into the lads that you need to physically show the customers how to operate the door, and then the customer signs a form to say that they've been shown, blah blah blah. That's happened every time. Now don't get me wrong, the door had dropped a little bit on the first visit. All it takes is a small tweaking and adjustment. That's all been done. Door is working fine, I've been assured by our fitters. So he gave me a call last night, and this is where the communication thing comes in, like I said to you in the last video. I don't think this particular customer got the greatest of service in terms of communication, so I think that's why everything's been heightened and it's getting a bit mardy about things. So sometimes it takes me, the boss, to go out and explain stuff face to face. So I've been out there this morning, and I'd like to think I'm pretty good at calming the situation. I think that's one of my strengths. So I went out there and I asked him, before I'd even looked at the door, adjusted it or anything like that, if it needed it, can you show me how you operate the door? And he was operating it wrong. He was holding the handle down, it wasn't catching, so then when he was pulling it up, the handle up to lock it, it wasn't doing it properly. So I've shown him how to use it, so it's gone from, I've paid a lot of money for this door, you've come out to us so many times, it's getting ridiculous, to, oh, I'm ever so sorry, I've actually been using it wrong. So that's all sorted, but again, it's the communication thing. Because I think he didn't have the best of communication, I think that's why he got so irate pretty quickly. So that's sorted. But the thing to learn from this is not only communication, which we've already learned, it's the fact that every customer now is going to get, with their door, window, whatever we supply, a how-to sheet or like a maintenance guide or something, how to operate your new door. And then I can point them to that. If you've not done this, in fact, I'm going to make a video and put it in a link to every install, I think, that this is how you operate a door. And if you're not operating it that way, and show you. But that's all sorted. Now on my way to spend, well, I say spend, pay off my account at my suppliers. It's the start of the month. That's a lovely £1,100 on silicons and trims and stuff like that. So I'm off to pay that, and then going to a job that one of the lads is on today, where there has been a bit of miscommunication between me and the builder, and I'll show you why, and I will show you and I'll explain the importance of contracts. But I'm just going to go and pay my bill. I don't really want to, but needs must. So I've just pulled up to site. Let's see what it has in store for us. So, just had a quick wander around site. I'll take you on. It's nice to see the new signs are up at the end of the road. So let's have a look on site. So the problem is that window there has been ordered the same size as that window. According to the plans, according to the contract, that's what it should have been. The builder texted me the changes. I was actually off with COVID at the time, but that's not how I want stuff doing. So that got missed, but he has actually signed for a window of that size. It's one of them, you pick your battles, but I'll have a wander around. So yeah, that window has been ordered at 1800. Definitely not going to fit in there. So that means, and then at the time he said he wanted the back window, which is this one, to match the front. Again, that's not going to fit in there. So, got to measure up for 2 new windows. Can't write anything down because my iPad pencil has died. So the scaffolding, So the scaffolders have just turned up. The scaffolding was supposed to be down yesterday. So, like I say, the importance of contracts. If you're in the trade and you're not doing contracts, you should. If you're a customer and the firm or the person doing the job hasn't offered you a contract, that to me is a red flag. It not only covers you, everything is down in paper, black and white, you know exactly what you're getting. This is why we do full illustrations on all our quotes, because what you say could be misinterpreted to us in terms of the lingo we use and stuff like that. In this instance, again, it's a builder. They want everything yesterday. And on the original plans, the front window was 1800 wide. It wasn't built when it was ordered. So I've come out to site, asked the builder, go off the plans, we'll build it to the plans. Fine. And the back one wants to match. Halfway down the line, I had COVID, so I was in bed for 3 days. The builder has texted me in that time. The sizes have changed. They want to be the same as the below bathroom. I've obviously not read it or missed it when I was off. But the builder was sent a contract with the original discussion on, and it's quite clearly labelled front bed extension, back bed extension. It's even got the sizes on, and he's signed for it. So it's one of them. Do I pick my battles? We do quite a bit for this builder throughout the year, or do I uphold the contract? Or we go halves, because it's obviously a miscommunication, but it does state in every contract, you know, we are human, the person who is writing up the contract for you, and we do make mistakes. But that final thing is for you to double, triple check, so you know exactly what you're getting, and if you're not sure, to ask us any questions. I know from him signing it very rarely signs contracts, but I said I'm not doing it anymore this year. You have to sign a contract and go through the proper process. He's obviously forgot about the proper process when it comes to amending anything. He's texted it to me, and I've missed it. If he'd have sent it through to the office, it would have been picked up and changed straight away. So, miscommunication. I've misinterpreted what he wanted on site. So yeah, this is where we're at. We've got two windows that are now 1800 wide that need to be 900 wide. So it's a massive difference. And a different style to what he's been given. So one of them. I think on this occasion I'm going to suggest we go halves, because why should I have to take the blame when I've told him the process from the start? We're not doing it how we used to do. Let's call it old school. Everything on a bit of paper or a text message or a phone call. It has to go through the proper channels. Otherwise, we end up in a bit of a pickle like this. So I've got to now go and order 2 new windows and get them here as quick as I can. It now means that this job is delayed. It now means that we're not going to get paid, unless I do a part payment, but knowing this builder, he probably won't. So yeah, one of them. And it's raining again. I'm now going back to HQ. That's it for me. On site, there's nothing else I can do other than measure the windows, speak to the builder and say, look, I think we're going to have to go half, and get them on order as soon as I get back. And hopefully we can get them in a couple of weeks. So back at HQ, or the ranch as I like to call it. Yeah, I'm trying not to dwell on it too much, that, you know, there's been a bit of a mistake on site. We're all human, it happens. But like I say, the importance of communication, it's obviously got lost somewhere on this one. So we'll have to sort it. I can't get hold of the builder at the minute, but I'm sure by the end of the day I'll speak to him about it. So that's that. If you can remember yesterday, we had a bit of an issue with the door. It's got a big scratch in it. Well, multiple scratches in it. But the power of Amazon, it just arrives the next day. This polisher's kit. So I'm hoping, I used to use something similar when I worked in a window manufacturing place. So when the window come off the machine and it had some scratches or gouges in it, you used to sand it out and buff it up, and it went on to the next part of the process. So I'm going to try something similar to that, with a heat gun. I think we've got some sandpaper, some wet and dry, and then I'm going to buff it out with that polisher. So I'm going to film that later on to show you. But yeah, paperwork wise, I'm back on it. loads to do. Getting a bit overwhelming, I think. There's that much to do. You know, it's starting to pile up on me, and it's been one of them weeks where I've been on my own. And when I started on my own, when it was a one-man band, it was not like what it is now. So there was more than enough work to cope. But now there's just a little bit too much. So I'm glad we've got an office manager. I'm glad we've got 2 fitters and things like that. So yeah, build a good team around you, and you will succeed. So that's that. And then I try and look at things in context. Look at what it is now. You know, this week we've had a couple of difficult customers this week for whatever reason, and you're going to get that. You could do the best job in the world and it still be the worst job to that particular customer, you know, those types. But we get about a handful a year, but I'm better equipped to deal with them now. Like that one I was speaking about earlier, where the communication wasn't the best at the start and throughout, and it's just the little things that they sort of nitpick on now. But that's sorted, hopefully, in the greatest of respects. We don't hear from them again, as in that door is not working. Even though it's been working all along, they just need showing sometimes. But yeah, I just look round and I try to put things into perspective. Yeah, there's been bad communication on this job with the builder. But at the end of the day, nobody's died. We'll get it sorted one way or the other. And we'll go from there. And that's all you can do, really. So I'm going to crack on with what I need to crack on with. It's 12:30 now. I'm going to treat myself to a bit of a half an hour dinner break, which I barely do. And then recharge, and then go again after dinner. And then the fitter should be back after that. I'll have a quick chat with him with a bit of an update from him, and then try and get some work booked in for next week for the lads. Right, I'm going to crack on with that, and I'll see you in a bit. So you know when I said yesterday, it's Friday by the way, we made it. You know when I said yesterday it never rains, it pours? Well, I had to go back to that job yesterday that you saw. I'll explain why in a minute, but again, don't know if you can hear it or see it. Typical British weather again, absolutely persisting it down. So whether the jobs might be called off today or not, I don't know. More than likely with this weather. Yeah, yesterday, as you saw, there was the extension that we were only fitting the windows in yesterday. There was 4 windows. 2 of them were wrong, and I managed to speak to the builder. We're going to go halves on it, even though he's signed for those windows that got delivered. Normally I would uphold that. You know, like I say, people make mistakes, we make mistakes, but it is your responsibility to sign that contract, and that's what you're getting. And it's clear in the terms that we're not responsible, blah blah blah. But like I say, sometimes you just got to pick your battles. We get quite a bit of work off this builder, so yeah, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to go halves and crack on with that. But one of the windows, we're doing the full house there, and on the back left, one of those windows that we took was the perfect fit for that one. Our fitter thought for some reason that one that he took was going in there, and I don't know why he thought that, and he's admitted that. I don't know why he thought that as well. It's just because the size was what it needed to be, so he just assumed that it was going in there. But again, the power of communication. Did I not explain that properly to him? I don't know. But again, it's another thing. I'm probably, well, it said bed, it had the right name on it for the room it was going in, but maybe I have to explain myself a bit better, or take more photos of the job and actually label them up on the photos and print them out for the lads, just so we don't, because it's probably going to take 2 hours to take that out, put the new one back in and finish it off. So yeah, it's not ideal, it's not the end of the world, but you know, read the paperwork basically. But like I say, that's that. It is currently 6:30, and this is probably the earliest I've been into the office for a very long time. I'm going in to have a chat with the lads today. I don't think there's going to be much filming today, because I'm going to have to work from home. My dog in the night had another seizure, so and my missus is at work today, so I don't want to leave her on her own at home, and I don't want to take her to work. I want her to be at home in a comfortable surroundings. So yeah, my dogs to me are family, and I'm sure a lot of people can sort of resonate with that as well. But that's why I've sort of, as well, you know, the software that we have, you can literally work from anywhere in the world. I can remember about 8 years ago, I think, I went to New York, and I was actually I wouldn't do it now, but a customer of mine was absolutely badgering me for this price, you know, wouldn't leave me alone, so I quickly did it on my iPad, in New York, in the hotel, and I didn't even win the job anyway. So I think I'm not going to use it to ever do that again. But yeah, I'm working from home today because of what happened with my dog. So, but yeah, I'd never work from New York again. Why would you want to work from New York? You're there on a holiday. So I'll be working from home. It's the power of the software that I've invested quite a lot of money in, and yeah, even if like the office manager needs to work from home, for whatever reason, you know, we've got a work laptop that she can take home. The phone can easily be diverted to a mobile. It's all web-based as well. So yeah. So I'm on my way to the office. I'll tell you what, the roads are surprisingly clear at this time in the morning. I think because it's half term as well, that helps. So, quick chat with the lads. We'll have a look at the weather as well, see what that's doing. And then back home to work in the home office. I'll see you there. I'm in the home office. It's not a bad little office. There's Munch, if you can see her. She's doing well, bless her. After this morning, gave us a little fright. But I'm keeping my eye on her, and that's all that matters. Work comes second when it comes to family and things like that. There's more to life than work. And my dogs are like children to me, and that's that. And like I say, I'm sure a lot of people out there could say the same thing. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here really, because I was going to show you how I was going to rectify that door with the scratches in that we got this week, but I'm going to do that early next week now. But yeah, the good thing about the software and things that I've put in place is I can afford the time to, I don't have to be tied to the office. I'm still getting my work done, just from the home office. So yeah, that's good. And I think sometimes as well, I'm actually being more productive today. I've had a really rubbish week in terms of trying to get stuff done. Like I say, it's just all been a bit overwhelming this week, and it's got on top of me a little bit. But our office manager is back next week. I had a bit of a chat with the lads this morning about what I expect and how I want things doing. So that's I've got that off my chest. As I say, it's my job to keep standards high, and I think they've just been slacking a little bit lately, and they're both sort of said the same sort of thing. Yeah, they could be better and they'll improve, so that's good. And that's pretty much it today. Like I say, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you like this different format of video. It will get better, but it's only going to get better if you subscribe and hit that like button. Like I say, I think I asked for 15 likes on this video, so if we can get that, that'd be great. But before I go, in fact, no, I'm going to save that for another video. It's just made me laugh. A previous customer of ours has messaged. So yeah, I'll save that for next week. So you best make sure you're subscribed and have a good weekend, or whenever you're watching this, have a great day. Goodbye. What a rubbish ending that was to a video. Do you know what? I never know how to finish a video, so I'm just going to finish it right now.